Welcome back to the Jeff Fox Show. It's your boy Jeff Fox once again, Two Live Stews Radio Network. And as all of us know already, at least hopefully most of us, next month is Black History Month. February is Black History Month, that is. And a very interesting thing I came across as my next guest joining us on the Real Men Block guest line, Dr. Eugene Williams, who's a retired Prince George's County educator, is joining us now and has some interesting things going on with the National Basketball Association and the Negro National Anthem, Lift Every Voice. Dr. Williams, welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, appreciate it, absolutely. Tell us a little more about yourself, sir.
Certainly I will. I want to say that I am a graduate of the University of Miami.
Yes.
Called Gables. That's exciting.
Yes, sir.
I received my doctorate degree from the University of Miami. I have taught at Howard University. I taught at the University of the District of Columbia in Washington, D.C. Mm-hmm. I've taught in the public schools in the District of Columbia as well as the public schools in Prince George's County, Maryland. So I've had an interesting career in education, and now I'm just enjoying life.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Appreciate all the contributions that you've made to our people in particular here in this country. You had an interesting day. My friend Mark told me, Mark Gray, who connected us, told me that I think it was it an Alexa you asked to sing a song? Was it an internet device? You were just playing around with it? Tell me what happened.
Yes, indeed. I am a lover of Alexa. And one night I asked Alexa to play for me Lift Every Voice and Sing.
Wow.
And after I heard it, I was so thrilled because I had not heard it in a long time. Mm-hmm. I had not been to any church events or social events where we would be singing it. But when I heard it, I thought, wow, it reminded me of the days I was a young kid. They were in a little place called Orange, Virginia.
Yes.
All of us were required to learn Lift Every Voice and Sing. That was our fight song. It made us powerful, we felt, at that time. And I thought, here I am at 76 years old. There it is, what I used to sing. And so I said to Alexa, this is great, thank you. Got up the next morning, as the Spirit led me. I thought, well, it's so beautiful. We sing the national anthem at social events, at athletic events. Why not? The Negro National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing. So I immediately called a best friend of mine out in Sacramento, California. I told him what I was doing. I said, I live here in the Washington, D.C. area.
Right.
I'm going to call the Washington Wizards and ask the Washington Wizards to sing or to play it during Black History Month. And he said to me, well, I tell you what, why don't you go big? He said, why don't you call the NBA and share it with them there in New York? And that I did. And the young lady who answered the phone said, oh, this is a great idea.
Really? They were receptive to it?
Yeah, well, the young assistant to Michelle Roberts, there in the Players Union office, and said, that's a great idea. So that was all that I needed. I continued to call the Wizards office. I wrote the Wizards office. I called the Wizards office. And then I thought, well, why not call the Cleveland Cavaliers office? I had a relationship with them in that LeBron James. And this book is designed to help young kids improve their vocabulary, their SAT scores. And so it's an educational tool. So I shared it with them. I told them about it. Well, they gave me names of a couple of people there at the management office, and I started calling them. And then one day, I get this call early in the morning from the Washington Wizards saying to me, we will sing, we will play the Negro National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing.
Wow.
In February. Then,
wow.
About 3 weeks thereafter, I get this call from the Cleveland Cavaliers. Early in the morning, I guess it was about 9 o'clock. My wife called me and said, there's a phone for you. And we talked and we talked. And so now I had the Washington Wizards and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Outstanding.
So
Outstanding.
I went about it, talking to people all around the city, and shared it at a place where I volunteer in Washington, D.C. I shared it with a group of kids. And one little girl said to me, Dr. Williams, I like what you're doing. I challenge you to sing it. Can I sing it for you? She sang it for me. And after she finished, she said, Dr. Williams, you need to call the Golden State Warriors.
Yes.
And I said, why? She said, because she's only 8 years old. She said, it's a great team. And she said, my grandmother lives in Oakland, California. Now, this young lady came to me every night that I was volunteering. And she said, did you call the Golden State Warriors? So I was challenged by her. So I began calling the Golden State Warriors, writing them, calling them. And then, as recent as this past weekend, I received a very positive letter from the Golden State Warriors.
Wow.
And essentially it said that we will sing, we will play the Negro National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing, on February the 6th. Well, now, you know that motivated me.
Yes, sir.
And so then it was the Boston Celtics. And then I called the Chicago Bulls. Then I called the L.A. Lakers. Because what I want to do, and I don't have much time to do it because Black History Month is upon us.
Yes.
What I want to do is to at least capture the attention and get at least 10 of the NBA teams, the highly recognized NBA teams, to sing and or play the Negro National Anthem. So this has become a regular activity for me. It's like a job. I'm retired. When I get up in the morning, early in the morning, the first thing I do is open my notebook and I start calling over and over again. And today, I believe I called the San Antonio Spurs. So this is what I'm doing. And the beauty of all of this is that I've gotten young people excited. One of my colleagues at this tennis foundation where I work said to me, Dr. Williams, I was teaching, this is what he was saying, he teaches at Howard University, the middle school, and he said, one of my students said to me, Mr. Pondexter, what do we have? Now, hearing that from that teacher, conveying the concern of that young man, motivated me even more because I'm youth-oriented. As I said, to repeat myself, I'm an educator and concerned about kids learning.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
Those kinds of things have been driving me to continue this quest to have the Negro National Anthem sung because I did my research, I know that the NBA players are required contractually to stand while the national anthem is sung. And so my feeling is that if they're required to do that, then I want to get to a point where we're requiring or encouraging them to also sing or play, that's the fans here at the games,
yes,
the Negro National Anthem.
Absolutely. And we're talking with Dr. Eugene Williams here on the Jeff Fox Show, 2 Live Studios Radio Network. So proud of you, man. We're all very proud of you for the resilience, the hard work, the dedication that you've put in to making these calls. And you have seen a lot of what has gone on in this country with Jim Crow America and the struggles for equality that we've had to endure. And even recently, the climate of the country right now. You watch the NFL players trying to take a knee and the backlash that they've had to endure. When you see stuff like that going on, does that even spur you even more or encourage you more to push the Lift Every Voice and Sing anthem to these young people in this country and to make sure that everybody knows the words to this song and what it means?
Beautiful. Beautifully stated. You know, that's my concern. And I've been calling school systems, urging them to encourage the students to sing the Negro National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing, because, you know, what I've discovered is that many of our young people don't know the anthem. They don't know the words to the anthem. And I've also found that many of the older people don't know it, depending upon, when I say don't know it, I'm talking about primarily blacks, depending upon what part of the country they come from. Now, down there in Miami, I believe they know it because I lived there.
Yes, sir.
Yes, and I enjoyed living there, and I worked at the University of Miami and worked in the school system there in Miami. So I know people in the South, most of us in the South, know about it.
Right.
It's fascinating talking about it, too, because when I talk to my Caucasian friends, many of them, they say, "What are you talking about?" They say, "We don't know that you all have an anthem." And I said, "Yes, we do have an anthem. It's been with us for a long time. James Weldon Johnson wrote Lift Every Voice and Sing, and it was set to music by his brother. You know."
Yes.
And I said, we have had it for many, many years, but because of desegregation, things like that just lost their place in our activities as black people.
Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of black Americans, Dr. Williams, I think, in this country that are somewhat lost, you know, now that we're kind of in a hip-hop age. And I think this is a great thing, bringing it to NBA arenas around the country during Black History Month, you know, when our very being is being highlighted in the nation. And it shouldn't only happen during Black History Month, but it's a great start. And to see you lead this,
that you would say,
yes,
it shouldn't only happen. I'm now focused on Black History Month, but I want to take it further.
Yes,
I mean, I want to take it to the point where we were singing it just as we were singing the national anthem with 70% or more players, NBA players. They are Afro-American.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, I want to go with this all the way. And I know that many of the players would appreciate it, even if they've not heard it sung.
Yes,
they would appreciate it as well, because we're empowering them. We're giving them the I call it the fight that is so desperately needed.
Yes,
on the court and in general in the world activities.
Absolutely. Dr. Eugene Williams here on the Jeff Fox Show, 2 Live Studios Radio Network. Want to get that song out, man. The Every Arena in the NBA, Lift Every Voice and Sing. It's a very, very important song. It means a lot to us as people of color, and I'm sure to you, Dr. Williams, as well, with all you've seen and you've done for our people in this country, and continue to do.
Yes.
Tell me, before we go, tell me why this particular song, what exactly it means to you, and, to see the things that you've seen in the past and where you want us to go in the future, why it is so important, so imperative that we have this song out.
It means that we are a significant people. So very often we don't realize that. And as I have said to so many people, it encourages us, it empowers us. And that's so very, very important. We need this.
Mm-hmm.
Many times we are negated as a people. And so this song, singing this song, feeling good about this song will really help us. And I will say this to the audience, to the listening audience.
Yes.
Listen to as many renditions as you can. But I like the Kim Weston rendition. Melba Moore has a good rendition, but I like Kim Weston.
Yes.
And I think that when we listen to Kim Weston sing the Negro National Anthem, it will move us into feeling good and positive about ourselves.
Absolutely. Well said, sir. Well said. Eugene Williams, Sr., joining us here on the Jeff Fox Show. A pleasure to have you on the show, sir. We're very happy to get the word out. And I got to tell you, man, if you want to pursue another career, you might want to consider a Quiet Storm DJ. You got that great radio voice, man. I love it.
You have made my day. I tell you, this is just beautiful.
Yes, sir.
Well, I take after my son, Eugene Jr.
Uh-huh.
And I want to share this because this is so very, very important. He's motivated me, and he's joined my team. Eugene Williams Jr. is the first black kid to be in a Jell-O pudding commercial.
Wow.
Bill Cosby.
Really?
We lived there in Miami for a long time, then became North, and he is my most able assistant now. He's booking me all over the country, and I like that because when he was young, I booked him.
Yes.
I got him on all kinds of shows.
How about
and
that?
And now he's helping me do the same.
It all comes full circle, this thing called life. Dr. Eugene Williams, Sr., definitely appreciate having you on the show. Thanks for the time, sir. Hopefully the Miami Heat, we'll see if we can get the Miami Heat on board as well. They're a first-class organization.
Oh, gosh. I want to say this.
Yeah.
I want to say this. I have contacted Congressman Frederica Wilson's office numerous times, and I've said to her, one of the things that we might want to do would be to encourage the Miami Heat to play the Negro National Anthem.
Yes.
And also take that young lady who lost her husband.
In the military, yes, yeah.
To take her. It'll empower her. It'll make her feel good. So for all those people there in Miami, I know Frederica pretty well. And God bless her.
Absolutely. I know her pretty well as well. And I'm going to reach out to her and see if we can continue to make this happen. I'd love to be a part of helping you achieve this goal, sir. And that's how we get things done, man. We have to do it together. We have to move as one unit. And certainly this is a great endeavor on your part, Eugene Williams Sr. and Eugene Williams Jr. Continued luck, sir, and best wishes from here on in.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you for joining the show. I do appreciate you very, very much.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.